walk alone in the unknown. We live to win another victory. We are the young, dying sons. We live to change the face of history. Don't be afraid, it's the price we pay. The only easy day was yesterday. So hear our voice, we have a choice. It's time to face it. We are one, we are one, we are one. We will stand together. Number one, the chosen ones. We are one, we are one. We will fight forever. We are one and we won't die.
Finally, the end of the year countdown video that most of you Jet Central members have been waiting for since the end of the year countdown video last year. I, Joseph Torres, and Jet Central is proud to present to you all the top 10 Jet Central members of 2010 countdown. We will keep the tradition like we did the 2009 countdown, but this time around, there are going to be a bunch of new special additions to the countdown this year. Consider it a couple of secrets and surprises that you will find out about eventually throughout the video. Aside from the countdown of the top 10 members of 2010, using only Jet Central 2010 videos and footage of course, we will also of course continue the tradition of the mini top 5s as well. Some may be changed this time around, and some may stay the same as well. You just never know what to expect in these things. And of course, the biggest question on everybody's mind: who will be the number 1 member of 2010? Well, we'll find that out later. So right now, let's get the ball rolling and start things off with number 10. Number 10 is Darrell Smith Jr. There was very stiff competition this year, way more than 2009. In fact, last year I felt that the last 4 spots went to people that did close to nothing at all that year, but we had to fill up the spots with somebody. This year was a different story, so Darrell can feel good and proud that he managed to just make it in there. What mostly got Darrell on here was the General Manager tournament. Why? Because going in as an outsider, the lowest rank possible, who barely was here a few months, not only annihilated Joey Leon in the first round, but in the 3-person finale round he moved on to with Rafael Llanos and America Cerda, he really proved his debating skills to all of Jet Central, and actually stuck in there with 2 veterans using, of course, the newbie card against him. Although he did yell a little more than he was supposed to, talking over people, I feel as the new guy, there was really no other way to survive in the round, as "you shouldn't even be here, rookie" has been thrown at him the entire time. Rafael ended up winning the tournament, and thus the general manager position. But I think we can safely say we were more than surprised and impressed with what Darrell brought to the tournament. Recruited in by Rafael Llanos, Darrell was also in Jet Central's Halloween special and Jet Central's Christmas special, where he was playing a detective who is investigating who killed Santa Claus. Guess he likes holiday specials. He also made an appearance in Murder Avenue. I'm just curious to see if he continues his career, and if so, what he'll do next. Congrats, Darrell. Number 9 goes to Mark Velez. He wasn't in last year's countdown, but was in the Jet Central's top 15 members of all time countdown at number 11. He's currently in the Jet Central Elite, which means starring in the feature movie we're doing now, Murder Avenue, as one of the 6 stars. Mark Velez has accomplished more than enough to make it on the countdown, and the Elite for that matter. Living in Connecticut, Mark's career can't really shine as bright and be as committing as if he was living here. However, the fact that he does in fact live in Connecticut and still manages to come all the way over here and do the videos he was in here, not to mention beating members that do live in New York, shows how great, passionate, and committed Mark really is to Jet Central. So let's do the video rundown. This year, he was part of the feedback and opinions on the General Manager Runnings debate, where we talked about how biased and overly boring it was. He did his second annual Mark Velez experience, this time being real as opposed to it being for a storyline the first time, and he was a part of JC Goes HD at the end. And of course, Murder Avenue. Come on, a star of the movie from Connecticut? That's pretty damn committed. He also did some random stuff over here for a show that he works on in Connecticut. But those are not Jess Central videos, so they really don't count. Thanks, Mark. Keep doing what you gotta do in Jess Central. And if you continue to stay in contact, no matter how far you are, you will never fade away. Diores Paredes moves down 6 slots this year and gets number 8. Probably the biggest number drop in Jet Central history, this year was not on Diores' side. In 2009, Diores was known as one of the biggest potential rookies that would one day possibly take over Jet Central. But in 2010, he was known as the guy with the big mouth that gets him into trouble. I necessarily didn't have a problem with him, but then again, I don't speak for everybody. One of his first videos this year was the video Daquan and Diores Gets Real, where him and Daquan talked about how the anti-legend shouldn't have lost against Nearest Legend Alliance in the debate, and how people shouldn't be shitting on Rafael Llanos. The Mark Velez experience this year had Mark Velez asking Diores questions about the general manager runnings debate. Diores then started going on a rant about the winner and 8th general manager Christina Singh, where he talked about how she shouldn't have won, that she's not professional, that she had baby mama drama, and that he is going to throw a challenge to her to debate her for her newly won general manager position. Damn, let her breathe before trying to challenge someone, she just got it. She didn't really accept this challenge anyways.
Tell this man right here to get 15 steel chairs and whack me over the head with them. And tell Joseph to pee on me.
What the hell is
Because
wrong with this
seriously,
dude?
when I found out that
Diores Paredes also finished up his board of directors videos, starting up the year with me doing one about Jess Central updates, one where he talks about the cancellation of Massacre Avenue again, other random ones, doing one with Joey and Santos, having the first and last ever full board of directors report with all of the board of directors at the time, Diores Paredes, Rafael Llanos, and Amanda Davila, and doing one of his last ones before the board of directors was over. And as you can tell, these are usually done in my house or his house. After a few months' disappearance, he came back to do a video where he gives grades and reviews on all the Jet Central members currently here. And that just made his reputation worse, and probably was the straw that broke the camel's back. I actually tried to tell him not to make a returning video and that it would be pointless, but he didn't want to listen to me, so I just let him do it. Immediately after, Rafael Llanos made a response video talking about how Diores thinks he can just come back after a long disappearance and thinks he can just run around grading people like he has the right. America Serta was also very upset about a comment he made about her appearance in certain videos. Unfortunately for Rafael and America, their 2-on-1 debate that they wanted against him never happened because he didn't show up. And for the first time to any member, which I think wasn't really the most fair decision I've made, we gave him punishment, was going to suspend him, and took away all of his points till he became the first rank again outsider. Ouch, that had to hurt. I removed some of the limitations shortly after, but he stayed with his no points and had to worry about getting his points back all over again. America, Rafael, and Darrell also made a diss video towards him for not showing up. Back to the debating, however, America caught a lucky break when her and Diores both managed to pick number 2 out of a hat at the General Manager tournament, causing them to go head to head and pretty much giving America what she wanted in the canceled debate. America pretty much destroyed Diores, and for a guy who all he is known for is talking shit, was surprisingly very awful in this debate. He sounded like a tired old man, was talking about random nonsense, gave his opponent more props than he did himself, and pretty much really disappointed me in the tournament.
People have the consistency to go out there and do what they can because we are free to do what we want in this world.
You are very weak.
Yes, I am weak, number 1.
In fact, I don't really recall not one time in this whole debate where he actually said why he should be general manager. He was basically talking about what a general manager is supposed to do, not what he would do as a general manager. Well, not like the judges were gonna vote for him anyways. After that, he did Friday the 13th, Roommate of Horror. Also, randomly, earlier this year, he was in Christian Pagan's response to Damian Jenkins' challenge, saying he was going for number 1 in this countdown just like Christian. Yeah, about that. So far, people have been wondering if he was even going to be in the countdown. I mean, come on, look at all the videos and controversies he's been in. That has to count for something. Mr. Controversy comes in at number 8. The 7th spot goes to icon Christian Pagan. Christian Pagan is one of the 6 stars in Murder Avenue, so that definitely brought him up a few spots more than what he would have had if he wasn't starring in it. But however, he is bumped down 4 spots from last year's countdown, and the reason is simple. He's just not around much anymore. In the Jet Central Elite, I feel people like him and Declan slowly started to lose their passion once being around for a long enough time, where they feel unexcited about events they used to be excited for. Damn, if you can't trust or rely on the Elite, who can you trust or rely on in Jet Central? Well, it's up for the member to be strong and worthy enough to make it a mission to continue on and at least try to get some of their excitement and passion back. Video-wise, Christian wasn't in much either. Him, along with Rafael Llanos, lost to Christina Singh in the general manager runnings debate. Though his fault for being late, but not being his fault because he got double teamed by those two the whole time. He also was the only person not to have anyone on his support team since he actually showed up hours late to the debate. He accepted a challenge Damien Jenkins made in another video, where Damien realized that people compared them to because of their similarities, and said that he's better than Christian and wants to challenge Christian to see if he can get a better number than Christian in this countdown. Yeah, that turned out well, huh, Damien? Christian also talks in the video about going for number 1 this year. Yeah, kinda 6 slots below that, bro. Christian Pagan also made an appearance in the movie review, Jet Reviews Endgame, where I review a horrible movie starring Kurt Angle, and he played a pretty funny role there. Christian Pagan will always be a top dog in Jet Central, and even though people still get on him about not being a legend yet, I feel that everyone still has respect for him no matter how well or bad he does on a particular year. I just feel that him being such a stranger this year wasn't really a good look, and that he's usually the type to say he's going to do stuff, but then vanishes again. I also feel he only has Jet Central pride when he's with us. But I do have to admit, just about all of the time when we need him to do scenes and we set up a day with him, later or not he always makes it and never makes excuses or cancels out on us, which is more than I can say for some people. Well, let's see what he does next year. Number 6 goes to first-timer Noel Hernandez this year. Being Rafael's greatest recruit and recruiting in Wendy Martinez, Noel Hernandez joined the company around the beginning of this year actually. He started in that cancelled project that we won't talk about again. So I guess you can really say that he started his career joining Rafael Llanos' support team in the 3-way general manager runnings debate. They are best friends, by the way, and actually met before Jet Central. Also talking for Rafael's support team in the beginning, he didn't make it to the support team voting process at the end because he had to leave early. Instead, he was replaced with Daquan Alexander for that. He then went out to play his cousin in a twin encounter, similar to the concept of My Evil Twin Joey, Jose Julio. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Jose Julio Antonio, his soap opera Hispanic stereotype of the character, actually conversates with Joey in the video, and it's pretty funny to see their total differences of personalities clash like that. I won't spoil it for those who haven't seen it. He then moved on to the FAG Investigators, short for Friends Analyzing Ghosts. Yeah, I'm sure you all get the joke. We did the first episode with me, him, Rafael Llanos, and Joey Leon, in which we do have intentions on making an actual series out of this, but for now, we only did 1 episode, which is where our team, led by me, investigates a ghost named Jack the Raper. Noel played the idiot of the group, and his house was really used for the house we investigated. A fun fact is that that's the same house used for America Serta segment in Murder Avenue and Jet Central's Christmas special, which I will get to in a minute. But yeah, that particular episode also had an appearance by Santos Bravo. Noel then went on a couple of months later to compete in the General Manager tournament, taking on, out of all people, his recruiter Rafael Llanos. Yes, they both picked number 3 out of a hat. Surprisingly, him and Rafael did go at it and brought a lot of fire and passion to the tournament. Unfortunately for him, Rafael is more free and beat him in that debate. But me and all the judges definitely agreed that Noel showed a tremendous amount of energy and passion, and that if he wasn't going against Ralph in the first round, things probably would have been different. He definitely would have been able to crush Dior Paredes and Joey Leon with no effort at all. He was also in the first episode of my hopefully new online YouTube series, You Know What I Don't Get, as I talk about things in society that makes no sense to me. Last but not least, he was then in Jazz Central's Christmas special not too long ago, playing a schizo with 3 personalities as if there was 3 of them. Wow, I'm starting to notice Noel really likes playing far-fetched over-the-top characters, doesn't he? Well, I have to admit, they are all hilarious. But I still wonder how he would be in a serious role. Well, let's see what happens with him in 2011 and see if he really does want to help Jazz Central grow and get it official like he said at the tournament. Our rank up to rookie, Noel Hernandez, comes in at number 6. Mini Top 5s. Now is that part of the video where we do the whole Mini Top 5s thing. I was going to put the top 5 recruiters of 2010, but there's really no question who is going to definitely win that one. So we won't waste our time with that one. So let's get started, shall we? First up, we got the top 5 disappointments of 2010. You already know how this one works, but for those of you that don't, it is the top 5 people this year that were potentials to have a fantastic career in Jazz Central from this year and on, but cut it short prematurely in my opinion. Remember, don't get it confused with worst members. It's actually members we thought were pretty good and had a lot of potential in this company, but ended their careers at their peak, before it or after it. Number 5. Number 5, Santos Bravo. He really hasn't done anything this year, but he has made an appearance in one of Dior's Board of Directors videos, as random as it happened, was in the FAG Investigators episode 1 as the homeowner, and sometime during this year did a music video for his song, You're the One That Got Away, made by me and produced by Jazz Central, so I guess you can sort of consider it a Jazz Central video. He even set up a Jazz Central meeting. Then he left to Florida. Do you think, bro? That's all I gotta say. Number 4. Number 4, Damian Padilla. Yeah, he talks shit about Dior's, was in Jazz Central's Halloween special, helped sometimes on the set of Murder Avenue, and was recruited in by Darrell Smith Jr. Nothing else I want to say about him. Next, number 3. Number 3, Damian Jenkins. Damn, what's up with people named Damian? Jenkins never ceases to amaze me. Being number 5 with the disappointments last year, he moves up 2 spots this year. A disappointment is not necessarily a bad member or someone that sucks. Remember, it's someone that we thought was going to do fantastic but ultimately cut their own career short and prematured it, I should say. After realizing he was in the disappointments last year, he vowed to change that this year. He made his video, Damian Jenkins Ultimatum, where he talks about how great he's going to do in 2010, how much better he is than Christian Pagan, talking about his past accomplishments, and just that he won't be on that list again. Well, I guess the laziness got the best of him once again because he's back on the list. He did take part in the jerky montage, was a part of Christina Singh's support team and ultimately voted for her in the general manager runnings debate, and made an appearance in Murder Avenue though, so at least that's something. Number 2. Number 2 is Amanda Davila. To believe I considered this year the year of Davila at one point. I believe in the earlier part of the year, Amanda Davila's career was starting to blossom. She was in the general manager runnings debate supporting Team Lanos, but voted for Christina Singh at the end because Rafael didn't really speak up. She was also a part of the board of directors report along with Dior Paredes and Rafael Lanos. Amanda claims she left because the members, at the time at least, had not been acting like the family that they should be, and that it would be a wake-up call to them when she leaves because of them, claiming that they would be very sad to lose such a great member because of this. Well, this is the problem that Amanda had. She focused too much on everybody else and too little on herself. In Jazz Central, what makes you a great member is making yourself priority number 1, worrying about your accomplishments and building your career up, and only then should you worry about everybody else. If only she focused on herself, made sure that she made the goals she needed to make, and had her own accomplishments besides board of director, she really would have been a great member and people really may have changed in order to get her back. But the harsh reality is that nobody really cared that she left because she didn't care enough about her career for others to care about her career. She just never thought of herself. I know being selfish isn't good, but the other extreme isn't good either. Words of advice to everyone, keep it even. Care about yourself and the family, not one more than the other. This is a group and a family, but the only way to have status, establishment, and care is to bring yourself up first. Number 1. And the number 1 biggest disappointment of 2010 is Christina Singh. Now, before you say anything, Christina Singh did leave for a very legitimate reason, but she still ended what could have been a very great career very quickly. In March of 2010, Christina Singh made history by becoming the 8th general manager at the general manager runnings debate, taking out two very great and worthy opponents, Christian Pagan and Rafael Llanos. Being the first ever female general manager in Jet Central history, it wasn't long before this controversial member was attacked from all sides. Probably the most popular attack was Diores Paredes on the Mark Velez experience, where he talked about her getting a general manager was a mistake and that her attitude is too ghetto to be a GM. And mind you, at the time half of the members were attacking her, she was only GM for like a week. So basically there is more to this story than her professional career. Christina Singh was always someone that attracted hate in this company because of her I don't care what you think of me, I'm gonna do what I want attitude, and how quick and easy it usually was to get into an argument with her. Thus, with her being a general manager, nothing would change except the fact that it would be worse for her because now she has a position that people can take. I personally never had a problem with her and never really had an argument with her now that I think about it. I think it was because me and her had more in common than she did with the others. However, she couldn't really last in a company where the majority strongly dislikes her. There's no way, especially having a position that needs the support of the members. So unfortunately, Daquan's second greatest recruit didn't really stand a chance, even though she did indeed stay strong and continue to do shit for the company despite all the negativity and bad blood between her and the members. She really did prove she was a strong woman, and as an old member and friend, I say take care and good luck on everything you do in the future, Singh. And just know that you will have a small legacy that will stick around. Next up we got the top 5 Jet Central members that just missed the list. Yup, it's back. As one of the mini top 5s from Jet Central's top 15 members of all time countdown, it didn't return for 2009's countdown. Well, now you're going to see it in this countdown. These are the 5 members that just missed the list, aka Jet Central's top members 15 through 11 in 2010, which doesn't say much because they are technically the rest of the members. Number 15. Number 15 is Oliver Leon. Oliver had an appearance in Murder Avenue and was recruited in by Aaron Benat. Yeah, that's about it. Next, number 14. Number 14 is J.O. Weston. J.O. reminds me of an outsider, not the rank, of the company, that just does videos with us every once in a while. He doesn't seem like a member that's involved in Jet Central and Jet Central events besides the fact that he's a Friday the 13th roommate of horror, Jet Central's Christmas special, and a small appearance in Murder Avenue. I think it's because he's older and his mindset isn't on what runs Jet Central, but rather just enjoys acting. I don't see him winning a position or paying attention to the ranks anytime soon. Number 13. Number 13 is Wendy Martinez. Recruited in by Noel Hernandez, she's a part of the Jet Central Girls short film Girls Night In. She also made an appearance in Murder Avenue, again with America Serta. Hey, when you don't have a lot of female members, team up the ones you have. Definitely makes it look better. But aside from that, nothing else. Wendy, please do something. Number 12. Number 12 is Christian Lorenzo. Christian is actually the little brother of Santos Bravo, for those of you that don't know. That's why he was accepted as a member, being as young as he is. He was in Jet Central's Halloween special, Friday the 13th Roommate of Horror, and Jet Central's Christmas special. And his voice was in the FAG Investigators episode 1 as an interviewer in the beginning and the end. Yeah, that's it. Next, number 11. And the number 1 member that just missed the list is Joey Leon. Joey Leon had a great start, then quickly slowed down. He was in the FAG Investigators episode 1, the General Manager tournament, and had a small appearance in Murder Avenue used in his actual room. While he has shown interest in Jet Central and everything about it, I feel he doesn't care enough to make it on the top 10. That's just me. And folks, that's the 5 that just missed the list, aka the rest. Now it's time for the top 5 videos of 2010. These were, in my opinion, the best videos that Jet Central made in 2010. Last year, it was really easy to pick because I feel there was only 5 big / great videos we did that year. This year, it was different. I had about 10 to choose from this time around. But there can only be 5. But before we start naming the top 5 videos of 2010, let me give you guys the runner-up. I guess you could call it the honorable mention that just missed the list. And that was none other than a Jet Central Girls short film, Girls Night In. Starring America Serta and Wendy Martinez, who are bored, where they try a list America made of things to do with no money in case of a situation like this. It was really funny, but if something that good didn't make the list, then what did? Well, let's find out. Number 5. Number 5, the General Manager Tournament. The General Manager Tournament is here because it was very revolutionary in Jet Central history. Compared to past Jet Central debates, it was very complex and more professionally done. When fighting for a General Manager position in the debate, which was only the General Manager running's debate, it was just a simple triple threat debate for the position. Other random debates would be a 1-on-1, fatal 4-way, or even a 3-on-3. But this debate was a full-fledged tournament with rounds in which you must progress to the final triple threat round by winning your 1-on-1 round first. It also had 4 judges, which was me, Brian Naris, Aaron Benam, and Daquan Alexander, 3 former general managers. Rafael ended up winning the first ever tournament and the general manager position. And when I say winning, I mean a landslide win over America Serta and Darrell Smith Jr. in a sense that all 4 of us judges voted for him. Doesn't he feel special? Number 4. Number 4 is the jerking montage. Starring me and Damian Jenkins as a sensei, I guess. The jerking montage received a lot of positive feedback because it was the first montage mock that we have ever done. More so, it was based on a silly subject. A guy who really wants to know the reject part of the jerk, so he calls from his wall a number to a guy that apparently is owed, explaining the napkin taped to his face, who trains and teaches him how to do that move. Abusive ass. It was also funny because most of the training had nothing to do with the move at all. Number 3. Number 3, FAG Investigators Episode 1. The FAG Investigators Episode 1 is planned to be the first of a full series or season. Basically, it's about a group of weird high school friends that form a paranormal investigation group called the FAG Investigators for Friends Analyzing Ghosts, who is myself, Rafael Llanos, Noel Hernandez, and Joy Leon. In this particular episode, they go to a person's house to investigate a ghost who supposedly haunts their apartment called Jack the Raper, who did, well, the name says it all. I like this because it was not only something original in Jet Central, but me and the others thought the cartoon part was pretty funny and different. I also thought all the interactions with the ghost was a classic too. We may do more in the future, but in case we don't, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Some other members shown interest in joining the FAG team, but I don't know, I kinda like my original team a lot. Number 2. Number 2, Jet Reviews, Endgame. In this review, similar to the way I reviewed Pac-Man 2 The New Adventures, I reviewed and pretty much teared up a horrible thriller movie called Endgame, starring out of all people, pro wrestler Kurt Angle. I got on this movie for its horrible acting, stupid color filters, dumbass script, non-energy, and the lack of correct reactions to anything. Did I mention the horrible acting? Christian Pagan also makes an appearance in the video and really does show his comedy side, which is really good, I must say. As you can see, my Jet reviews are only done once a year, and it will probably stay that way since these take longer than anything to finish because of footage cutting, pasting, removing, adding, and so on, dealing with a full movie or full game. I still want to do one more review though, on the Super Nintendo game Beavis and Butthead, but we'll wait to see what happens. Number 1. And the number 1 video of 2010 is Friday the 13th, Roommate of Horror. This was definitely my favorite short out of the whole year, because I feel it was very well made, more than all the other ones. We had really cool shots, hilarious and memorable catchphrases, and most of all, Jason freaking Voorhees. The guy playing Jason, who I met at a party, yes, he started pitching ideas once he found out I shoot movies, custom designed the mask, and put the slashes and extra holes on it. Yes, before this short, that mask was a regular white hockey looking mask. I also thought the concept of the short gave us the freedom to do so many great and funny things, and I feel we definitely used the majority to our advantage and did everything we possibly could to try to make it as funny as possible and put in as many jokes pertaining to the subject at hand as possible. There's a few jokes that we didn't get to put, but we don't have room for everything. This is a short, you know, let's save that for Chillaxing Squad. Yeah. And last but not least, we got the top 5 biggest future potentials. Well, it's obvious last time I did this countdown, which is that the Jet Central Top 15 Members of All Time countdown. This countdown was made in 2008, by the way. I was half off. Angel Suarez shouldn't have been there. Rafael Llanos was obviously on the money. I guess you could say Amanda Davila was a future potential. Zonique didn't last long, but did what she had to do when she was around. And Christina Singh is now the first female general manager of all time. So even though the countdown wasn't completely accurate, I definitely made some great guesses that did turn out accurate. So let's see how I do this time around. Future potentials also mean people that are not a top dog right now or has been one already. Number 5. Number 5 is Wendy Martinez and Joey Leon. These two share the number 5 spot because I feel they both have equal potential. Not to be mean, but I don't really see either turning into a top member one day because of Wendy's time restraints and Joey Leon's other interests. But I still look forward to see what both of these guys will do in their Jet Central careers in 2011. Number 4. Number 4 is Christian Lorenzo. I mean, he's Santos' little brother, right? Who was general manager at one point. So I'm curious to see if Christian Lorenzo can continue the family legacy. He seems like he's going to be around for a while, but let's see where he ends up in the future. Number 3. Number 3 is Darrell Smith Jr. Darrell has proved that he can survive with the big dogs, as seen in the General Manager tournament. But can he become a big dog in the future? Will he ever win a position? What's the next Jet Central project he'll be in? Will he ever acknowledge Jet Central's existence in any videos he personally makes? Who knows? Only time will tell. Number 2. Number 2 is Isaiah Feliciano. This one is a little debatable because he is technically a veteran that has been here since around 2006. And he just returned, literally about a week before the end of the year. But he never got his big shining moment, his big career highlight at all. But since he claims he is back, let's see if he finally steps up and becomes a big part of the company finally. Number 1. And the number 1 biggest future potential of 2010 is Noel Hernandez. Noel is currently probably one of the best mid-carders, which is a wrestling term for wrestlers that are not on the main event level, but not on the beginners level either. So yeah, he's like the best of the regular members. Being in a pretty good amount of projects this year, he really does look like the biggest possibility to be a main part of the company one day. I know Rafael is proud of Noel's progress so far, so let's see what's next for Noel Hernandez in Jet Central. And wait, we have a bonus mini top 5. For the first time ever, we have the top 5 rivalries of 2010. This is the top 5 member rivalries we had this year, obviously. This should be very interesting. Let's see which ones made the list. Number 5. Number 5 is America Serta versus Christina Singh. Although it was over petty shit, it still makes the list because it was a conflict. Pretty much this female rivalry was only made for one reason, because Christina Singh called America Serta unattractive. Let the catfight begin. America claimed that she didn't like the way Christina Singh said it, and for the most part the way she talks to America in general, or to anyone in general. Christina Singh addressed that America shouldn't care about what she says because it's her opinion, let alone being a girl saying it, and that she is just honest and that people should just handle her personality because that's how she is. How nice. Number 4. Number 4 is Rafael Llanos versus Brian Nares. This rivalry was always based on friendly competition and nothing else. Throughout the year, in person and on Facebook, both of these guys always try to one-up each other, since they both are trying to go for number 1 on this countdown. They both would always say number 2 jokes to each other and claim that they themselves would get number 1 this year. Well, let's see who gets it at the end of this countdown, if of course either of them even gets it. Number 3. Number 3 is Christine Nieves versus Aaron Benam and Daquan Alexander. This wasn't really a big rivalry, but it didn't help things in Jet Central either. Basically, Christine Nieves just didn't appreciate Aaron and Daquan's attitudes. Now, we all know Aaron and Daquan. They are headstrong, fueled by ego and pride, and has a lot of confidence. They speak their minds even when people don't like it. That's just them. Is it professional? At times, no. But it's real, so I give them that. At 2 points, Christine Nieves had an argument with Daquan and an argument with Aaron, talking about how they talk too much shit and practically ain't shit. Oh shit. Basically, she didn't like their personalities and how they talked to her whenever they did. Well, that's life, I guess. Number 2. Number 2 is Santos Bravo versus Aaron Benam. Another person that didn't appreciate the way Aaron is. Santos' claim was that Aaron's attitude was too lazy and that he was too negative, and that if the company ever plans on going big one day, we can't have people like him being negative and not wanting to lift a finger to do anything when he doesn't feel like it. Aaron then defended himself by saying that Florida Boy wants to come back and try to run things, and that he really doesn't have any power to do anything, even make meetings. I agree with Santos in the fact that being negative and lazy is not going to help anyone and won't be tolerated once you reach the next level. But I also agree with Aaron that to have authority, you can't keep leaving and coming back. Who knows if these guys will ever have respect for each other. Number 1. And the number 1 biggest rivalry of 2010 is Diores Paredes versus everyone. By far, Diores Paredes versus everyone is the winner. By far. He had a rivalry with Christina Singh where they talked about each other's personalities and lack of accomplishments, including Diores calling Singh a horrible GM. Ouch. He had a rivalry with Rafael Llanos and America Serta after talking shit. He had a rivalry with Aaron Banan because he didn't want to give Aaron credit for him joining the company, and Aaron wants any excuse he can think of to hate on Diores. Daquan didn't like him for a good minute. Noel isn't fond of him. Christian Lorenzo insults his Facebook relationship statuses. Padilla randomly didn't like him. And even Brian Nares lost respect for him at one point because of him not making it to his own debate. And damn, to lose Brian Nares' respect, who even liked Brian Sosa, is a huge accomplishment. Congratulations, Diores. Or better put, fuck your life. And now we are back to the main countdown as we count down the top 5 Jet Central members of 2010.
Hey everybody, I hope you're enjoying the countdown, and for my contribution to the countdown, I personally made a Fresh Blood tribute. Now for those of you who are new, Fresh Blood was movies they done back in 2005, 2006. It was a trilogy, 3 of them, and it really defined how the movies that we're doing now. It was very historic, and it's probably be nostalgic for everybody who was part of the films. You know, and the veterans in the company. It means a lot to us, and, you know, I wish I was around that time. And looking back at the movies, we see how far we really come with our new film, Murder Avenue, coming out soon in 2011. We gone a long way in members and, you know, quality and everything, but we have to owe it to the Fresh Blood films because it's, like I said, very historic. And it changed a lot. You know, it brought a lot of people together, and hoping this film brings, again, a lot of people together too, like it was back then. And we owe a lot to these films, and I hope you enjoy the tribute. See ya.
Our other icon, Daquan Alexander, gets number 5. As I said in Christians, not sure if he's doing his best anymore, but he still manages to stay on the radar and being high on it at that. Bumped down 1 spot from last year and being de-ranked to Rising Star and ranked back up to Icon didn't help him this year either. Hey, but at least he only got bumped down 1 spot, right, Diores? We really did start the new year with a fresh and clean slate as we started with the video removing the fat from Jet Central, where me and him fired about 3/4 of the so-called members who weren't doing anything at all. Some of the stuff I said about some of the people may have been controversial, but to be honest, a lot of people did deserve what was said, and it was none personal. Of course, people are just sensitive and only want to say something when they're being kicked out. He then did the Daquan and Diores' Get Real video with Diores. A very interesting pair considering the rest of the year and their past in general. In the general manager runnings debate, he was Noel's replacement towards the end and was actually the only person that voted against Christina Singh, as he voted for Rafael Lanos. He was also in Christian Pagan's response to Damon Jenkins' challenge video. Random, I know. When we moved to HD, Daquan was in Jet Central's Halloween special and was one of the judges of the general manager tournament. He was also the hat guy that held the hat that people pick numbers from, which pretty much decides who goes against who in the first rounds of the debate. Basically, all the judges besides me were former general managers, Daquan, Brian Nares, and Aaron Benam. So who better than them to decide the fate of the new general manager, right? And of course, we cannot forget him being one of the 6 stars in Murder Avenue, therefore one of the Jet Central elites. Daquan and everyone knows that he is still definitely one of the best members still here. Although I do feel he's not really with it like he was before, and fussing when we are trying to get him into certain Jet Central events and activities. I really don't remember him being like this back then. He used to be with everything we threw at him, and more, and did whatever he had to do in Jet Central no matter what without complaining once. Him now sort of reminds me of how Aaron used to be. Don't get me wrong, Aaron is still a pain in the ass, but I already expect it from him, not Daquan. Well, whatever the reason, it doesn't really matter. I just want him to do whatever and however much of his heart that is still in Jet Central allows him to do. I definitely don't feel he's a has-been or lost all of his steam yet. I mean, he's currently in a feature film, he's a great actor, and let's not forget, he did recruit fellow Jet Central elite and Murder Avenue main character America Serta, who we have yet to get to in this countdown, and he finally got his tribute video this year. He also finally became an icon this year. So Daquan should definitely be proud that he at least recruited one person who truly became a top part of this company. Sorry bro, all your other recruits no longer count because they are gone. Our only Jet Central legend, Aaron Benam, makes it to number 4 this year. Bumped up 2 spots from last year, Aaron has been doing an okay job this year. Being in the Jet Central Elite and starring in Murder Avenue definitely helps that out, as that's his real backing this year. Feels good to be a top dog, doesn't it? At the general manager runnings debate, Aaron Benam was on Rafael Lanos' support team, but voted for Christina Singh at the end, just like everyone else just about. He also hosted with me the What You Didn't Get to See in the General Manager Runnings debate video, where we talked about a bunch of random stuff you didn't get to see in that debate. Acting wise, Aaron was in Jet Central's Halloween special as well as Friday the 13th Roommate of Horror. He then went on to be in the General Manager tournament as one of the judges. He was also the guy that would raise the hand of who won each round, except the final one.
Who's going to advance to the next round?
He also voice acted in The Girls' Night In short. Aaron is very headstrong, but sometimes in Jet Central I feel it hurts his career. He usually doesn't want to get involved in something unless it's mostly or all about him, and he takes pride in holding grudges for petty shit that should be squashed. I appreciate when he tries to give members advice or tries to keep somebody in the family because that's just what it is, a family, and even talks about us watching each other's back and whatnot. But then he contradicts it with trying to shit on careers and show no interest in others' progress and not doing his part. I feel the biggest thing Aaron needs to work on this year is keeping his ego in check and doing what he needs to do as a legend and really taking invested interest in helping newer members instead of shunning it as not worth his time because it doesn't take his interest and just thinking about himself. In Jet Central, sometimes there's things you got to do that's sometimes not your favorite thing to do, like support teams. It's a family. If you're in this company, you gotta do your part. Be involved in something, even if they're not 100% in it. I don't want people to see this as a bashing spree. I say things to certain people for their own good because I feel it's things they should already know by then. If Eren is a legend, he must act like a legend, not a rookie. However, being in Murder Avenue definitely brings him up a lot, and his legend rank keeps him on the map no matter what, which may not be a good thing. But either way, he has done some good stuff this year, and continues to prove that just like Daquan, he is not a has-been either. Eren gets number 4.
In your life, you seem to have it all. You seem to have control, but deep within your soul, you're losing it. You never took the time, assume that you're to blame. You think that you're insane, won't you spare me? I know the breakdown, everything is gonna shake now someday. I know the breakdown, tell me again, am I awake now? Maybe you can find the reason that no one else is living this way. Yeah, living this way. Yeah. If you find yourself, then you're not believe. If you find yourself, then you might believe. Within yourself, you just might conceive. Within yourself, you might. Yeah, I know the breakdown. Everything is gonna shake now someday. I know the breakdown. Tell me again, am I awake now? Maybe you can find the reason that no one else is living this way. Yeah, living this way. Yeah, you can find the reason that no one else is living that way. You can find the reason that no one else is living that way.
Nice tribute, Neris. Number 3 goes to our third icon, Brian Neris. Bumped up 2 spots from last year, Brian Neris has shown tremendous progress this year. Last year I suggested that 2008 was probably his best year yet, but now that year may have competition. In the general manager runnings debate, Brian Neris sided with Christina Singh's support team, although fear of her is to be decided, and at the voting process towards the end, he did wind up voting for her. Guess she has a loyal one in this one. Brian Neris also agreed with me and Mark Velez about the debate not being as good as we thought, and thus took part in the feedback and opinions on the general manager runnings debate video. Damn, we were harsh. Brian Neris is also the one that recorded one of Dior Paredes' last board of directors videos. I know this because he was talking throughout the whole thing. I actually gotta thank him for that one. Right off the HD jump, Brian Neris was in the JC Goes HD promo with me, which was basically a video just to test out the new HD video camera and put a video up online to show everyone that we are going HD. Brian Neris then went on to be a part of the Friday the 13th Roommate of Horror video. At the General Manager tournament, he was the host and one of the judges, so that's pretty cool, and he also made an appearance in Murder Avenue. He hasn't done too many videos this year, but he definitely showed much more interest this year. He also pitched for vice president this year and asked members if they wouldn't mind if he would reinstate the position yet again. But nobody at all ever got back to him. It kinda sucks, but I wouldn't blame them that much, as he did quit general manager and vice president the first time he had them. I still feel we shouldn't have gave him high fives when he announced that he was going to quit vice president at the premiere of the 2009 countdown. Well, I guess that was really my fault. I'm the one who started the high fives. Speaking of quitting, this year he actually pranked Jazz Central like nobody else ever did. Early in 2010, he made a video talking about leaving and a Brian Neris farewell video. Basically, he was talking about how he feels he is not showing enough passion and commitment anymore, and that he feels he should leave because he is hardly here, lost his passion, doesn't see himself putting effort in the future, and feels he needed to prove he had the balls to do what he believed in or something. Supposedly, the video was a direct response to these comments me and Daquan made in the removing the fat from Jet Central video.
No, not, yeah, he's threatening to leave and all that. And I guess he's just not growing the balls to say, okay, look guys, I'm leaving, and all this other stuff, and just man up instead of just giving us little hints.
Yeah. Also for the first time, showing how special this guy is to Jet Central, Neris actually got response videos from 8 Jet Central members: Rafael Llanos, Amanda De Villa, Aaron Banam, Christian Pagan, Daquan Alexander, Mark Velez, Dios Paredes, and Ernest Conway, where they would ask him not to go, wish him luck on his future endeavors, talk about his accomplishments, and or talk about their memories with him. And even though I orchestrated it as a farewell gift, it was still them that agreed to do these videos in their own houses and with their own cameras, with the exception of Daquan and Christian. A lot of effort to find out this jerk was playing around and wasn't planning on leaving at all. Some skeptics still believe that he was really planning on leaving and only stayed because of our videos, but he didn't really know about the videos until after he pulled the whole got you on us, or at least I think he didn't. But yeah, I think that definitely proved that he should never ever say that he feels unappreciated, unimportant, or not wanted in the company, because then he's going to need some slaps to the skull. But Brian Neris is a very unique yet very good member, and the only one besides me that ever made a Jet Central tribute video with the Fresh Blood Trilogy tribute. Kudos to that. Now let's just see which 2 members were good enough to take this warrior down this year. Kayla, you bring great dishonor to the greatest female title, and I pray we can find a much more worthy and reliable girl to take that spot from you as soon as possible.
She's taking Taylor's position. She's taking Taylor's position.
Alright, let's get some narrative now.
Number 2 is our greatest Jet Central female of all time, America Serta. Bumped up 5 spots from 2009, America Serta definitely stepped up this year and proved that a female in Jet Central can not only do anything a male can do, but can do it better. Making Jet Central female history and being the first girl to make it to the top 5 of a countdown, let alone number 2, in which the previous record for the highest female spot on a countdown was number 7 last year, which also belonged to America Serta. Damn girl. Getting number 2 basically means that she was better than every single guy here except one. As you know, in 2009, we really didn't have any videos of her to display, because she wasn't in any besides that cancelled feature. However, this year, she definitely changed that. America Serta started her official video career this year, starring in a Jet Central girl short film, The Girls Night In short, along with Wendy Martinez, our only other female in the company currently. Then, as you know, when Dios made his grade review video on all of the Jet Central members, America was pissed and wanted to debate him, but he didn't show up to it, so that's when her, Rafael Llanos, and Darrell Smith Jr. made the diss video about how he doesn't show up, yet it was his debate and how he talks shit but does nothing. She then went on to be a part of Jet Central's Halloween special, a replacement for that debate that never happened, before finally getting her revenge on Dios when her and Dios picked the same numbers and they went head to head at the General Manager tournament. America basically killed this guy. Man, what a squash. Then at the main triple threat final round against Rafael Llanos and Darrell Smith Jr., she definitely proved why she deserves to be here and how much passion and commitment for the company she truly has. And trust me, her being a girl did not make the climb up the Jet Central ladder any easier for her, despite what you may think. Even though she didn't win the tournament, I do feel she was a runner-up in my book. She was also in the first episode of You Know What I Don't Get, as well as Jet Central's Christmas special. But none of that compares to her snagging a main character role in Murder Avenue, as one of the 6 main characters and the only female main character in the movie. Her being in the movie and in the Jet Central Elite is also a real accomplishment, as she is the newest member of Jet Central that is in the Elite. She actually became a rookie not too long ago and seems to be making her way to Rising Star very quickly. But that still doesn't compare to the legend and icons that is in the Elite, so she definitely gets praise and respect for that. Sorry Raphael, maybe in 2011. What also helped her a shitload was the fact that she has been helping me a whole lot with editing during the later parts of 2010, as she was my editing assistant for many days in a row. And trust me, being an editing assistant is not easy. America proves she really wants to grow and get big in this company, and also proves that she is one of Daquan's greatest accomplishments in recruiting her in. I just wish his others were like that. But hey, quality over quantity. She really is the type of female we look for the most in this company. Intelligence, beauty, a great personality, commitment for not only the videos but for everything that runs Jet Central like ranks and positions, and the will to survive in the company with many competitions, debates, and obstacles. But so far she has proven that she can hang with the top dogs and even be able to compete with them. If more females around here were like America, this company would truly be more even out gender-wise, and we would never have to look for anyone. But then again, all of those qualities make her the special person she is, not just in Jet Central but in life. I also feel she really does pave the way for other females looking to join Jet Central, showing them that females can star in shorts, can go for positions like General Manager and CEO, participate in debates, and become just as important and powerful as the males. So thank you America, keep being you, push drama to the side and do what you gotta do. And now, let's get to the spot we all came to see, the #1 Jet Central member of 2010. Damn it. Damn it, the man does it again. Ladies and gentlemen, the #1 member of the year for the second year in a row is Rafael Llanos. Shit. Rafael definitely proves that he is a force to be reckoned with, by far, and also definitely proves that he is the man to beat in Jet Central. I mean, come on, #1 in 2009 and 2010, 2 years in a row? That is definitely history that I highly doubt will ever get repeated ever again by anybody else. Rafael not only became general manager this year, but destroyed the entire Jet Central Elite in this countdown. Damn guys, come on, he's embarrassing y'all and putting y'all to shame. Shit. Now that I think about it, he should have definitely been #1 in the Future Potentials mini top 5 at the Jet Central's top 15 members of all time countdown. None of the other people in that countdown is even around anymore. Video rundown wise, Rafael Llanos was in the general manager runnings debate, losing the general manager position opportunity to Christina Singh. The reason he lost is because he didn't really speak up that much and for the most part let his opponents talk the most. But would that be the last time he sees a general manager opportunity? Yeah, we all know that's a no. He then went out to do the board of directors report, where him and his board of director partners at the time, Dios Paredes and Amanda Davila, discussed Christina Singh's controversial general manager run and duties they were doing as the BOD. Once the board of directors was over, Rafael Llanos continued to do what he had to do, and eventually was in the FAJ Investigators as one of the stars, along with me, Joey Leanne, and Noel Hernandez, which I discussed earlier. At the HD jump, in JC Goes HD, Rafael Llanos was the HD man that turns everything into HD. Then in the Jet Central Girls short film Girls Night In, he was the ghetto genie who grants the girls their wishes, in a ghetto way. Get the joke? How magical Ralph is, huh? Then of course he made an angry response video to Dios Paredes' review of the Jet Central members, including things like that they don't have an alliance and that he basically talks out of his ass. And he was also part of the diss video towards Dios that I mentioned before. Yeah, I think by now you can definitely tell why Dios is known as hated in the company. Anyways, Rafael Llanos was then in Jet Central's Halloween special as a robber and in the Friday the 13th Roommate of Horror short that was made. Afterwards, Rafael Llanos entered the General Manager tournament along with 5 other members. He had a real intense debate with his best friend Noel and won, moving him up to the final round. Rafael was able to use his calmness, patience, and the urge to keep his cool to snag him the winner of the tournament and the 9th General Manager position. Guess he can shrug his shoulder to the loss earlier in the year. He definitely made up for it debating fail in the last debate. Since he was the new GM, him and me hosted a Jet Central progress report on the 18th of December, basically updating all the Jet Central members on what's been going on in current Jet Central events. Damn, haven't done one of those in a while. He was also in the last short we did this year as well, Jet Central's Christmas special. We were supposed to do this series called What's Wrong with Society or something like that, but it was too long. And the same concept ended up being used for my comedy short web series, You Know What Adam Gets. He also made an appearance in Murder Avenue. He has also become a rising star this year. Congratulations, dude. Rafael knows he's the shit. We all know he's the shit, and Jet Central knows he's the shit. And so far as General Manager, he's been doing a kick-ass job. In that he's actually doing General Manager stuff, as opposed to past ones. So far, he is trying to help with Murder Avenue locations, trying to get the company exposure on YouTube, managing things in Jet Central, and he has been the person 1/2 of the time that contacts the members about events, videos, and other Jet Central related stuff. He also continues to try to bring in recruits, which he originally was assigned to do back in 2008. No doubt Rafael means business, and to be number 1 2 years in a row, people definitely have to step up a whole lot if they ever plan on stopping this monster. Almost makes me wonder if he has what it takes to do it a 3rd time. Okay, let's not go too far now. Anyways, congratulations again Rafael Llanos, Rafael Llanos, for becoming number 1 once again. You've earned it, that's for sure. And to anyone that uses the work or school excuse of why they can't show up or be committed, Rafael does both, so suck on that, suckers. The end of another year means the beginning of a new one. Just like usual, I'm curious to see what will happen this year, what projects will be made, which members will stay, which ones will leave, which ones will return, who out there will join the company in 2011, who will make an impact this year, who will move up the ladder, who will fall from it, and probably one of the most important questions, when will Murder Avenue, our first feature film, be finished? Well, not yet at least. This is Joseph Torres, signing out. Damn, that's a lot of people. What's up, everybody? You guys just seen the top 10 members of 2010. Everybody with me, you know, obviously you recognize a lot of people that were in the top 10, and also people that were in like minis, like potentials, and one that was on the disappointment. So now we're gonna go around and, you know, ask people what they thought about it. So, Leon.
Okay. I like the countdown. I congratulate everybody who's in Jet Central. My new goal just for being in Jet Central is just try to make it even more of a top countdown, and go up more in rankings and just do more videos and be more remembered in the Jet Central company than last year.
Yeah, he also told me he wants to be in the top 5, so let's see what happens. Also, who we got is Santos' little brother that also didn't make the countdown, Christian Lorenzo.
How's the potential?
Bitch.
Well, I like the countdown. Congratulations, Ralph. Again.
So Ralph, look at him. Look at his grin.
Well, this year, I'm hoping to get between 10 or 5.
Alright, 2 people going for the top 5. Now, let's get to the most controversial member since Brian Sosa, Dioris Paredes.
I'm gonna be honest right now. Like 2 days ago, I was looking at the top 10 Jet Central members of 2009, and I saw myself as number 2. I think that was like one of my best moments. I say this year was not one of my biggest, most shining moments. Well, last year, sorry.
We're in 2011 right now.
Yeah.
This is being made.
Having the biggest rivalry here, that's something that I'm not proud of, but I have to live with it until the next countdown, everything changes. But unlike people that are not here, like Jose, like your brother, no disrespect, no matter how many times they they left and came back, they always left. I left, I came back, and I'm still here.
Oh, shoot.
No matter what happens, whether I made number 8 or not, whether everyone hates me here, sorry for everything that I did, and everything is about to change for this year, and hopefully not to gloat to make number one. Congrats to Ralph again, twice in a row. Congrats to America, who made number two. This year, I'm promising myself to vow and to stay here, but most importantly, to become a rising star is what I want.
Cool. All right. So
Best of luck
Oh,
to
not
everyone
done.
here. Now,
Not done.
I would leave, but I'm not getting in no one's way because I have to go to work.
Yeah, that, okay. Alright, now we are going to get the opinions from a Jet Central elite representing. Oh no. Ignore that. I present to you all Mark Velez.
Yeah. That's right. Straight from motherfucking Connecticut. That's right. Her 203. Hey, just fucking around. Anyway. Okay, here's the thing. I may be in Connecticut, but that ain't gonna stop me from making this company rise more than it's already risen. I'm gonna help this motherfucker get to the top, to the very foundation of the top of the mountain. Can you preach it? Oh my Lord, can you preach it? That's right. Ain't no stopping me, motherfucker. Fuck you, Sheldon Benjamin. Hey, yo.
Okay, now that that's over, we're going to get to another fantastic Just Central elite person that's in the movie, of course. Icon Christian Pagan. Christian!
Well, I'm definitely a few spots down from last
Come on,
year.
closer.
Definitely a few spots down from last year, but I know I slacked off a lot this year. I'm just trying to work on that. For all those who are definitely close to the top, number 1, 2, and 3, I am still shooting for that. Don't get too comfortable. That's all I have to say. Now, I know there's GM's debate. I wasn't there for that. That's fine. Had I been there, I think we would have had some problems, but that's okay. That's okay.
Look at
That's
Ralph.
okay. I have my eyes on GM. I have my eyes on CEO if possible. Yes, I have my eyes on CEO. But other than that, I'm just trying to make 2011 a better year. I want Jet Central to have a better year. And I'm gonna try to do what I can to make sure that Jet Central does have a better year.
Don't be late.
Signing out.
That's good advice. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Alright, now we're going to be on a elite roll right here. We're going to get to Jet Central legend, Aaron Banam. Come closer to the camera,
No.
Well, I gotta say, I'm very impressed about this year's countdown. A lot of stuff has definitely changed, and I gotta say, I'm glad at least I got onto the top 5. So, not the number I was looking for, but who knows? This year, 2011, could be another story. But I just like to say I'm proud to be here with my fellow elites. You know, it's great that at least we're the top dogs, and we started our own movie.
Yep.
He still shows love anyways. But I'm glad to be here with Just Central, and hell, I'm proud to be a part of it since the beginning. And I'm glad the newbies have finally started stepping up, and who I actually might have to stepping up my game now because they're actually showing a lot more progress, and I like that.
Yep. And he kind of predicted his number too, which was amazing. He kind of knew he was going to be 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now we're going to get to a guy that has just returned to Jet Central. So of course he really had no chance being in the top 10, but he promises big things for the top 10 of 2011. So
like you did last year.
So give it up to Isaiah Feliciano.
This countdown, I really liked it. I want to congratulate everybody that made it to the top 10. And in my returning video, I predicted they were the top 2 members, so I was right about that because I've seen them doing their thing the whole time. But now this year, I'm gonna do my thing. My career is gonna, rise. It's gonna be my year. I'm definitely gonna go for, I'm gonna definitely try to be in the top 10.
Cool. All right. Let's see what happens. It's on camera. All right. Now we're gonna go back to the Jet Central Elite and find out what Jet Central icon Daquan Alexander has to say.
Yeah. So big whoop whoop.
Right there, Elite.
2010 came out the way I predicted. I was surprised that I was number 5. I know I was slacking, but giving props to these two again. America, still doing work.
We're doing this shit.
Still doing work.
Open the camera.
Massacre Avenue to be completed soon.
Murder Avenue.
Murder Avenue.
It definitely will be completed. I don't give a shit.
I'm happy for everybody. I hope everybody learned the lesson. Know not to change, not to take shit, But then again, don't be the one that starts the shit. It's time to be real. Everybody stay posted, and everybody do great eventually, because that's what everybody's doing. So, 2011, new year, might move back to number 4 again, like last year. Maybe number 3.
3 or 2. Shoot high.
Maybe number 1 or 2. Just saying.
I was like, I
but
don't know about all that.
soon, future CEO again. That future co-owner of Jet Central, yes, again. So let's just look for new shit to happen this year. Hopefully, nothing bad happens and no movies get canceled.
Word. Number 1.
Yeah.
It's the truth, like always. Now we're gonna get to a guy that unfortunately made it on the disappointments for the 2nd year in a row. He's not a bad member, honestly, and he's a really great guy, but I guess he just has bad luck. Check out Damian Jenkins.
So this is my 2nd time here at the top of whatever year it is. This year is 2010. I'm not gonna say I'm surprised at my position on the list. I was there last year, number 5. But I was hyped. I made a stupid video, and I paid for it. But I'm not gonna make a video this year talking about I'm gonna rise up from what I said last year. I'm not gonna make any promises.
Don't make promises. It's not for you, man.
I'm not. All right. I mean, congratulations to everybody on the list, potential, and the top 10. Do I think I'm going to be on the list next year? No. I'm not going to be in disappointment next year because I'm not going to do any stupid shit that's going to get me on that list next year.
Don't be that guy.
I won't. And yeah, like I said, I don't know how to end up a compliment, so congratulations, everybody.
Cool. Good to see Damien. Good to see Damien.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, his top future potentials, it was pretty accurate last year, and in this countdown, it's like it seems like he has a lot more faith in the top potentials, and I'm gonna definitely improve that he's gonna be way more accurate this year with the top potentials.
I have more confidence this time in these people. All right, now we're going to get to just about everybody's favorite member, Brian Maris. By the made that gangster ass, crazy awesome ass Fresh Blood tribute for all of us. No one told him to. He just felt like doing it. So give him props.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm happy everybody enjoyed the tribute. I wanted to shake things up a bit. And you know what? I'm actually happy for my spot. I mean, I got my first desire thanks to Joseph and, who he saw fit to give me one. And I'm actually very proud of Ralph because, yeah, all right, fine, I'm not number 1. He is, and he's my recruit, and just like Daquan with his, I am so proud of my recruit. I see more of myself in him, but enhanced, Definitely give him my run for money, and definitely can be the next Anthony McNoney, So, he's definitely, he's definitely did it, but, I'm happy to, I'm actually happy to be here. I love everybody, and happy, I get the same love from everybody, and you know what? I'm not gonna make no promises, but, me being the jokester, you never know what I'm going to do next, kids.
All right. Now this is where things get serious. I would like to present to you all the number 2 member of 2010 and one of the best people in the elite, which everybody's in the best in that team, but America Serta.
Well, I want to thank everybody first for, congratulating me and helping me get this far as well. I mean, I hope this shows, every girl that joins this company, that they can do it. All these guys, I'm sorry, but I shamed you all. But anyways.
It's what America does.
It's okay.
So, come on, like Joseph said before, insider pussy power,
I was drunk. Don't ask. Don't ask.
We can do it. Come on. All right. I was number 2. Who knows? Maybe the next girl could be number 1.
Watch your back, Rob.
Oh shoot! I was gonna just go up in there. All right. And now, the number 1 member of 2010, again number 1, which is probably less humble this time around since he was predicting that he was gonna be number 1 for the longest.
Cocky motherfucker.
Rising star, Rafael Lanos.
I feel like a child. I just love repetition. I feel like I'm home again. And as Daquan would say, I would like to thank all of you for throwing me the ball while I make my touchdown. No, let me stop. I love all you guys.
That's gonna be quotable. You didn't get that from me. That's gonna be quotable in the movie one day. Watch.
I love all you guys. Thanks for congratulating me. Thanks for everything. I love being in projects with you guys. I love just hanging out with you guys in general. JC's my family, and I'm not leaving anytime soon.
Yeah.
2011.
I don't want to be mean. I never like to leave people out, you know, like that's just not me. So also, who's in the room is Aaron's buddy, Sasha, which is the baby mama of a TNA wrestler. I'll let you guys figure that out for yourself. But she's awesome too, you know, she's gonna help out with the whole Rumble stuff. And a homie of ours named Eric. He is over there. Is that right?
Cross behind the camera.
Yep, and
Cross behind the camera.
that's of course. Turn the camera to self for a second, because we always do that.
We all know that's how rap
That's Alvaro, my homie. I'm starring in this nigga's film. It's called I Can't Believe It's Not a Porno. Catch us soon. It is hilarious! Because I'm in it, of course. But it's hilarious! Alright, enough of that. Alright, so, thank you everybody for attending. It means a lot that you guys care enough to, crowd up my room and shit. And,
you gotta do the chants again.
Yeah.
Jet Central! 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 I love these people. They're crazy, but I love these people. I'll catch y'all next time. Look forward to 2011. Hopefully you see these niggas here again. And I'm Joey, bitch. Yeah.